It's virtual CES 2021 at Geekazine.com. All right, we're here with Mike Sexton and Targus, and of course, I've had Targus cases for a long time. I could probably pull out cases from 20, 30 years ago. You guys have been around for over 30 years, correct?
Yeah, 37 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. And but now we're how do you get better with backpacks? Well, you got some extra stuff too, but why don't you tell us about some of the stuff you're talking about at CES this year?
Yeah, so a lot of things, and really what we're focusing on CES this year is how to work safer, how to work smarter, and how to work anywhere. And so we have a number of products that we're introducing, two of which I'll really kind of deep dive into with you. But a lot of people know us as a company that's made bags for a long time, and we certainly have, and we do, and we have a great antimicrobial two-office backpack, we're calling it, that really has all of the main materials, the internal materials, and then all the touch points have been infused with antimicrobial material, which allows the user to be very, very safe. And we call it a two-office backpack because it was designed with the idea in mind that most of us will be working from home for a long time to come, if not all the time, at least part of the time. And so we'll be able to move back and forth between the traditional office and a home office and take all of the things that you need with you. And so it's large enough that it'll hold a full-size keyboard and all the other items that you might want to carry back and forth. So that's a great innovative product we're doing.
Well, plus if you're traveling or something like that, then all of a sudden it becomes a great item to have, stored a day or two's worth of clothes and your laptop and all the other stuff too as well.
Yes, exactly. It also has some detachable pouches on the front, so you can really customize that experience just for you and how you need, or maybe just take one of those pouches with you for a short little adventure. So really great, and continuing that heritage that we have in the bag space. But that's actually one of the products, and the other ones are more on the technology side of things that we're working on.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us about the one I'm really interested in is that UV light that you had there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a UVC LED disinfection light, and it won a CES Innovation Award this year. So very excited about that. It really came out of us talking to our customers during the pandemic and understanding how we could help them allow their employees to return to work safely, and how consumers at home could have a work environment that was safe and disinfected all the time. And so we looked at other industries and landed on healthcare as a great inspiration. They've been using UVC light for many, many years because it's effective against a broad spectrum of microorganisms. So we've brought that product to the desktop now, and we've created a device that sits on the desk, right typically between a keyboard and a mouse and your monitor. And it's automated. So every hour, it tries to run a 5-minute disinfection cycle. And I say tries because it has motion sensing technology in it. So if it senses motion, it won't start. If it's already running a disinfection cycle, it'll automatically stop if there's motion that comes into play.
Well, that's 5-minute cycle. It's kind of like my cat's litter box. It'll do that same thing. So it won't disinfect it, but it cleans it anyway.
Yeah,
continue.
No, it is. It's on. Yeah, well, just like your cat's litter box, you don't have to interact, right? It just, once you set it up, it does its thing. And I think that's a really key feature and advantage of our product versus some of the other ones that are out there in the market.
Okay. So what's the square footage of disinfection then?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of an odd-shaped area because it's where the light shines down, but it's about 10 inches front to back and 26 inches left to right.
Okay.
There's 3 UVC LEDs in it, and then there's an ambient purple light so that you can see that active disinfection area.
Okay.
Motion-activated safety. Go ahead.
I'm assuming that it has to be a certain height. If you try and make it higher to get more of the area, it's going to be less effective, correct?
Right. Yeah, it's designed to sit on the desktop, and so it would change the performance if you elevated it.
Okay. How does it power? Is it USB powered or a plug-in or what?
It plugs into the wall.
Okay. Yeah.
plugs into the
And
wall.
so it's very portable. So you could run it on your kitchen counters if you wanted to do any type of disinfection or by the bedside or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can set it wherever you want. And, I said keyboard and mouse, typically what's going to be in it, but you could really put anything in there. If you want to set your smartphone in there, keys, a mask, you name it, it'll disinfect it if it's sitting in that active disinfection area.
Okay, yeah. So you don't even need it by the computer. You could have it sitting on the front door. You could have it sitting next to your
Yeah,
gaming system. You have the game controller sitting on the console or something like that, and that's just
absolutely.
disinfecting it. And then when you're ready to play, it just turns itself off.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Okay, that sounds awesome. I've been seeing a lot of the enclosure things, like the little clamshell things where you put your phone in and you close it down, and then it does the disinfection. So this is the first one I've seen that doesn't have that type of enclosure. Is it more or less or as equally effective in disinfecting it as something like an enclosure?
It depends on the product, certainly. But one of the advantages that with the boxes, and we think they're great, and we'll likely bring some of those to market as well. But you have to remember to put your device in there and then remember to take it out as well. I actually was
Sure.
testing one the other week and I lost my cell phone. Where did I put it? And I realized that it was in the box. So,
Out of sight, out
yeah,
of mind, I suppose. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And this one just kind of does its thing, sits there all the time, and you don't have to think about it. As far as effectiveness, UVC light in general is very effective against, like I said, a broad spectrum of microorganisms. And so, depending on the specs of the products, it's going to be very effective.
Okay. And I suppose, well, the next product, you disinfect it and then put the tablet back into this case. So tell us a little bit about the tablet, the other
Yeah, the
product you
Tablet
got
Cradle
there.
Workstation. It's a cool product. We have a global tier one relationship with Samsung, and we've been working with them for a couple years now. And this is a product that's a direct result of that relationship. If you're familiar with their DeX desktop experience operating system, this product is intended to expand on that and really enable it in a great way. And so you can take the tablet, slide it into the cradle, and then all the connectivity that you want is right there. Connects up to an external monitor, keyboard, mouse, Ethernet, you name it. That's what it's there for.
Okay.
And this product that we're launching here at CES is a second generation, which really adds security features. There's a lock on top of it, so you can lock your device in there, leave it overnight in your work environment, and not be afraid of theft. It also can be secured to a desk, really kind of bolted right on down, and it has some cable management technology with it. And then the connectivity I talked about, we've done that in a modular way. So you can take advantage of a series of modules that we've created. Or if you're a major customer and you want to customize a module, we'll work with you on that and make just the connectivity configuration that you want.
Okay. For the security, is this the Kensington security or a different style?
There's a couple. There is actually a Kensington socket so that you could lock it that way, but there's a system of bolts that you can run right into the bottom of it, or there's it's basically a desktop harness tube that'll slide through a grommet in a desk and allow you to pass cables through there and then secure the product as well.
Okay. And is this just for the Samsung tablets, or is there going to be one for an iPad or anything like that?
So right now it's going to be for the Tab Active 3. We're working on a Tab Active Pro, and then we're also exploring an iPad version as well. So
Okay.
it's based around USB-C. So that's the idea there. We just have to create the mechanical cradle in order to hold it properly.
Oh, okay. Okay. And when is that going to be out, or is it out now?
So it's going to be out in the March-April timeframe.
March, April. And same thing with the UVC one?
Yep, same timing.
Okay. And then you have one more product, right?
Yeah. So the other one is, again, it's a DeX inspired product, which is a USB-C phone dock. And the idea is that you can bring in a USB-C smartphone and really power that whole desktop experience. You set the smartphone in it, enables the connectivity that's on board the dock. So HDMI, USB-A, SD card sockets, Ethernet, and USB-C PD pass-through, so that you get power and then the USB-C connectivity as well.
Okay, and that's for anything with a USB-C, not Lightning right now.
Correct. Yeah, that's USB-C, and with the latest smartphones, especially the latest Samsung devices and 5G, there's really enough power in those devices and great connectivity that you're able to drive that desktop experience without issue. And we think that a lot of our customers that are deploying devices to their users, they may just be able to give them a smartphone instead of a smartphone and a laptop or desktop, and it really becomes cost effective and very secure and enough power to run their daily life.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I just pulled out a laptop a couple months ago that I used to run with all the time, and I was looking at my smartphone and I was looking at the laptop and realized that didn't even hit the power of my smartphone. So that totally makes sense for a lot of these devices. So tell us prices and availability for all this stuff.
Yeah, so the antimicrobial backpack that I talked about, that's $119, available this spring in that March-April timeframe. The UVC LED disinfection light is $299 SRP. Again, that'll be available in March-April. And then the tablet cradle workstation and the USB-C phone dock, same timing. We've got $299 on the tablet cradle workstation and $109 on the USB-C phone dock.
All right. And Targus.com for everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Targus.com. You can learn more and check out all the other great products that we have there as well.
Okay. They'll also be in market retail shops, Amazon, I'm assuming, too, as well?
Yeah, we sell through e-commerce. We sell in many retail stores around the world, as well as directly through our distribution and enterprise sales network into B2B.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot for watching this video for the CES Virtual by Geekazine. If you're over on geekazine.com or youtube.com/Geekazine, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. Until next time, you guys geek out and take care.